Utari Gaming.
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome
Hello.
to the August. Why is it always a struggle to remember the month? The August producer live stream.
Welcome, welcome.
My name is Eric Musco. I'm the community manager.
My name is Ben Irving. I'm the producer for Star Wars: Old Republic.
And I am Charles Boyd, and I'm the creative director.
We apologize for the delay. As a note, let us know if audio is a problem or there's any issues with that. We moved buildings, and so the connection in our wall wasn't set up for streaming, which I did not know until 9 minutes ago.
The Stream Dream team went on a road trip, and our new destination didn't work
Correct.
as we planned.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Dream Team new location was not ready for
Say
the
Stream Dream team.
The Stream Dream Team?
Yeah, Stream Dream team.
All right. Anyway, enough of that. We apologize for the delay. Thank you for sticking with us. Shall we get this underway?
Let's do it.
Love
All
to.
right. Boom. Ben, I'm going to let you drive so I don't have to reach over you.
All right, sounds amazing. So let's talk about the topics for today. So we'll do our State of the Galaxy, talk about some of the community hot topics that we've been noticing through the internet. Chapter 16, the Battle of Edessin went live, and Charles will talk a little bit about that in case people haven't played it yet. We have some updates for PvP Rank 7. We'll give you a first glimpse of information on the rewards for that and when the season is going to end. And then we'll move on to some events that we've got coming up over the next couple of months, as well as some promotions. And then finally, we'll talk about the bonus chapter for all the people who have been subscribed throughout the entire monthly cadence, which is the HK55 chapter called The Shroud of Memory. And Charles will talk us through some information from that, and we'll end with a little teaser clip showing you about 30 seconds of cinematic footage from that bonus chapter.
And of course, bullet number 7, because we have to talk about it, matching shirts.
It's important.
5-year anniversary shirts. Although all the information's on the back. Yeah. Hold on.
Twist a little, twist a little. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Good? All right.
So there's a bunch of what about Kotet stuff. We'll talk a little bit about Kotet, but today we're not going to reveal any new information. We'll just remind people of what's been talked about so far and remind you guys of some important dates when a lot more of information is going to be coming your way.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was meant to drive.
Yeah. Community topics. First one. Game update 4.7 came out with chapter 16 on Monday, which is the next bullet. But one of the things that happened is we fixed an achievement. I won't bore you with all the details, but as part of it, we broke some people who would have theoretically likely been the first people to get tier 6 completed, legend tier. We know that sucks. We're very sorry that occurred. We know that you guys put a lot of work into the Dark vs. Light event, and we want to make sure to get that fixed as soon as possible. So we have a fix in place. We need a patch to roll it out, unfortunately. So the next time we have a patch, that will be in it to make sure that we get this fixed for you guys right away so you guys can get your tier 6 completed. So we apologize for that. Obviously, that was not intentional.
So chapter 16 went live earlier than anticipated. I mean, we don't really need to get into it, but as part of moving offices, there was a little mistake in our pre-patch process, and we pushed half of the game live, and we figured the best thing to do was push the other half of the game live and just give you guys access early. So that's what happened. I think at the end of the day,
surprise.
Sorry for the unexpected downtime, but hey, you're welcome for having the chapter earlier.
Early access.
Yes.
And that's about what happened there.
Yeah.
The new pack opening experience. So we've been reading a lot of your feedback. The Cartel Market guys have been reading a lot of your feedback about the pack opening experience. I'll link to the blog if you don't know what that is, but there's a new way that when you open a pack, the experience that you go through when you're opening that pack and what happens to your items. Half of that experience has been very well received with the item stash and being able to store things there. But there's definitely been some constructive feedback about what happens when you're opening a pack, that it feels a lot slower than it used to and some of those things. So the team is definitely listening to your feedback about that and looking for potential changes in the future. One of the things we did want to note is you can actually spacebar through the animation to make it go a little bit faster. So if you don't want to wait, you can do that. You can also press reveal all to get through all the items at one time. So just as a note, the team is definitely listening and looking for ways to improve upon that.
Knights of the Fallen Empire ending. So we've definitely seen a lot of feedback on Chapter 16. A lot of people loving a lot of it, but there was also a lot of questions about, there's still a lot of plot threads going. There's still a lot of things left unresolved. I just wanted to get out in front of that now, say yes, that was an intentional choice. We wanted to keep the story going. This is the ending of the Fallen Empire chapters, but it is not the ending of the story of Old Republic or these characters. So It was an intentional thing to keep those stories going, keep some interesting stuff happening, so that when we move into Knights of the Eternal Throne later this year, you'll be seeing a lot more, perhaps, resolution. So if you were looking for some things to get dealt with, maybe. Actually, I'm not going to say that. That's even a step too far. But certain things that certain people would like to see happen might be a thing that could happen, but I can't say yet.
No spoilers.
Charles the Riddler boy.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a beautiful tap dance.
Perhaps the biggest thing I could have said. But no, in all seriousness though, like, we do take y'all's feedback really seriously. You know, I watch every forum. I watch Reddit. I watch Facebook, Twitter, everything. And so I've seen all the stuff people have been saying, and I take it to heart very seriously. So, it's really important to us to be responsive to that. And I think y'all will be really happy with what we've got coming up next.
Yeah, and you guys have, like, from the writing and storytelling for what comes in the future, made a lot of changes based on that feedback.
Absolutely.
Right? About, like, making sure choices that get made get paid off much sooner than they did through the Fallen Empire expansion. So I think we've made a lot of improvements for that in the next story that we tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Chapter 16 is live.
It is.
So in case you haven't played it,
That is the
maybe
truth.
you should talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's live for everyone, not just early access. For those who don't know, this is, like we said, kind of like a season finale, so to speak, but it's kind of keeping the story going. Where we face Arkan. We've been building our alliance, trying to take Arkan on directly for all these chapters leading up to this moment. So this is your actual conflict with Arkan. He's trying to invade your base on Odessin, trying to take everyone out. This is your last-ditch effort to stop him.
There you go.
Yeah.
And again, it's out now, so all subscribers, you can jump in and play today. We're going to try not to say too many spoilery things about it.
So let's talk about PvP Ranked Season 7. So first of all, and I think you mentioned this on the forums already, right, that Season 7 will end with the launch of our next expansion, Knights of the Eternal Throne. We haven't announced that date yet, but as we know, that's coming in fall, and you guys can, kind of work out loosely that timeline anyway.
Yep. And I do want to note, as just a note on our side when talking about Ranked Season 7, one of the reasons we hadn't talked about the end of Season 7 yet is because we knew it was going to end with Kotet, but you didn't know Kotet existed, and I couldn't tell you when it was going to end without telling you that an expansion existed. So it was hands tied on being able to. So I'm glad that we could finally get this information to you, because I've been waiting for the announcement to happen.
So this is going to be a preview for some of the rewards. So each reward tier also gets a Stronghold decoration and a title. The second tier reward gives you a unique color crystal. The top tier reward will give you a unique mount. So it's going to be a creature mount. We're just not going to reveal what it is just yet. As soon as we finalize the specifics of these, we will let you guys know. But definitely get those things. And we get the big grid we give you guys of all the rewards and all the details will be coming in September.
Yep.
So a few more weeks, and then we'll have all the finalized details for that worked out, and we can share it with all of you
Yep,
guys.
and hopefully sooner. I mean, literally the second that we have exactly what the mount's going to be and what the breakdown's going to be in hand, we will be pushing it out to you the second that it's ready. So just working through some final details there.
So, cartel market time. So
This is a tradition because we know that people in chat like free stuff. Regardless of whether you buy packs or not, you want things for free.
Yep.
And we like to give you things for free.
Yep. And so we're going to do our normal contest where we pick our favorite item here from the latest Cartel Market pack and give something away. So to do that, we first need to all pick our favorite item.
Yep.
So I don't know, Charles, which of these is your favorite item?
I got to go with ISO 5er, the droid companion. Any time we get to bring Isotope 5 back into the mix, I'm happy, and I just love the dinosaur looking droid. I think he's just one of the coolest designs we've ever put in. So.
What are you thinking, Mr. Musco?
ISO 5er. First off, I always called him ISO 5R. ISO 5er is the best thing ever. So I was already my choice, but now it's secured as my choice, which is not the way this is supposed
I'm
to work.
not convinced you guys can both pick the same thing.
What were you going to pick?
I'm going to go with ISO 5. So,
Yeah.
What?
It's a rare
situation where
I see nonstop ISO 5er in chat as well.
So how about we do this? We make the keyword ISO 5er.
Okay, yeah.
And put that into chat, and then we'll pick 2 people at random who will receive ISO 5er.
Correct, yeah. So you type ISO Fiber. It is seen on the screen, so you know how to type it. You can go ahead and type it into chat. And Keith today, who is helping us back at his desk since Tate is
Tate's
being lazy.
slacking.
Yeah, Tate is being lazy on vacation. So instead, Keith's going to help us out. He's going to draw, what do you say, 3 winners?
Ooh,
Yeah, I
let's
just
up the
said
ante.
2, but let's make it
yes,
3, I reckon.
Yeah, okay, of course. And then you can pick any one of the items on screen, although, I mean, I don't know why you pick anything that's not. To be fair, though,
They're all cool.
As
It's just,
as an
you
avid
know.
mount collector, the Macron is also amazing.
When you
Yeah.
actually see that thing in motion, it has some little things that you'll be surprised by.
Yeah.
They're very cool.
I also want to point out, I'm proud of myself. I put this slide together, and that the vista on Tatooine goes across the entire images. My OCD loved this.
That's a good call.
I was
out.
looking
This-
at the screen, and I'm like, this worked out perfectly.
Eric made the whole PowerPoint today, so
Yes.
this is the success or failure is all rests on his shoulders.
I know why things go tragically later. We know why.
It's going great so far.
We know why.
I
Anyway,
don't know
so
what you're talking about.
So Keith, you can go ahead and grab 3 winners. You guys can probably stop typing ISO Fiber. Keith probably has it all in hand, and he'll let us know who the winners are. He'll get in touch with you, and you can pick whichever one of the items on screen that you
You just
want.
called him Tate Keith, by the way.
I did,
and I like that name.
because I so habitually say Tate when I'm doing streams.
Maybe he
that-
could go by Tate just for today.
Tate,
Make things
yeah,
easier.
Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably good.
All right, let's move along. Feature community contributors, one of our new favorite segments
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
stream.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, this was actually really hard for me to do this time. Like, ever since we came back from Star Wars Celebration, which is, we had done a stream the week before that, people started pumping out all this amazing content. Like, there was a lot of really, really good community content that's come out. So please keep going. Everyone who's doing podcasts, streams, blogs, you guys are doing awesome, awesome work. This was actually really hard to do this week, but there's 3 in particular that I picked. For those that don't know, Swotorista, who works with UtiniCast on the Academy series, Swotorista's YouTube channel hit her own big subscriber milestone, and she's been doing a giveaway and made a cool video and stuff for it, thanking the community. So we just want to thank Swotorista. She's
Yeah.
been doing a lot of really great content for a long time, so just wanted to give some props to her on hitting her subscriber milestone on YouTube. So go check that out. SWTOR Central did this really cool video where he went into some of the well-known streamers and bloggers and podcasters and YouTubers. He went into their strongholds and kind of did a tour of it. And I thought my stronghold was cool, but I'm bad at strongholding, if anyone remembers. You should check out this video to see some of the stuff that the guys are doing, that the guys and girls in the community have been building in their strongholds. Been some really, really cool stuff, so definitely check out that video. And Bad Feeling came by last Thursday?
Last Thursday?
Yeah.
Someday last week, and sat down and talked to Ben for, I don't know, like 30
About an
minutes.
hour,
Yeah, about
almost?
an hour, yeah. And talked to him about Fallen Empire. You want to talk about what you
Yeah,
talked about?
they asked a lot of questions about, the Fallen Empire experience, lessons that we'd learned, things we want to do for the future. And it was a really fun interview. I really like hanging out with those guys, and I had a chance to listen to it earlier. And I think it was pretty fun. I'm getting heckled on Reddit for not providing enough new information as per normal. So the only thing I would say to you guys is, I obviously can't share all the things about the Knights of the Eternal Throne expansion in that podcast, because if we did that, we would be doing it here. What I tried very hard to do was to say things in a very intentional way that would allow you guys to read between the lines on some stuff. So I won't see what those things are.
You're ARGing your
but
own interview?
I would just listen to it, and the points that feel obvious where I'm trying to say something but I can't, just, use your imagination a little bit. But it was a fun experience, and I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, we love those
guys are fun to hang out with. So.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, but anyway, so all the stuff will be linked in the wrap-up, so if you're looking for it, please feel free to do so. Also, as a note, those of you who are still spamming ISO Fiverr, we have our 3 winners. You want to go ahead and read the winners?
Yeah. Cash to Muchos, or Cash to Muchos?
Muchos, probably Muchos. Yeah,
Muchos,
Muchos.
Muchos Cashos.
Muchos Cashos?
So Cash to Muchos, Shupta, and I smashed my keyboard.
GST Tempest.
GST Tempest. So Cash to Muchos, Shupta,
Galactic
and
Standard
GST
Time
Tempest.
Yep. The 3 of you will get messages from us, or you can message us with your account name information, and we'll get your free item to you right away. So,
Yeah,
right on.
and it just as a note, because I know that as per the normal deal of the live stream, lots of people asking about ops in chat. I do want to point out we did get quite a few questions about group content and stuff in the interview that you did with Bad Feeling, so
Yep.
it's probably worth taking a listen there. As a note, our answer is very similar to what it has been before. Can confirm, are working on group content. More information to follow.
And we're not saying what type it is, and we don't want you to infer what type it is, but certainly in that interview, they asked a lot of questions around things like chapter difficulty, group content, getting people in the game versus why you'd stick around in the game. And I certainly shared my philosophy or thoughts around how we think about all those things. And so if you're interested in hearing that, it's worth listening to that podcast. Even though I don't give new information about exactly what we're doing, certainly there's a lot of reasoning as to how we think and how we approach some of those problems.
Right. Cool. All right.
Hey!
Star Wars Celebration. Charles punched a guy. Which was a problem. No.
So I actually can't go back to England for a while.
There's an extradition order right now.
No more cantinas in England.
Yep. So, Star Wars Celebration, for those that don't know, we had a show floor presence. We were on the show floor the entire time, and then we had a cantina, which was right outside. First off, I want to start by thanking everyone who came by.
gosh.
Oh, wow.
The booth,
Yeah.
the cantina. It was tied for the largest cantina we've
it was
ever
incredible.
had. And what's crazy is the biggest cantina was last year's celebration, which by attendance of the actual convention was like 50% bigger. So the fact that we had the same amount of people here was
crazy.
just
Yeah,
was
and
nuts.
just such awesome folks. Like, it's so awesome when we get to actually hang out with y'all in person, have a beer,
Yeah.
you know, have a chat, take silly photos.
Yep.
You know,
And
it's just such a good time.
And
so.
for those that don't know, you'll notice there is one girl who is in all the photos that we're showing right now. That is Natasha Loring, who is the voice actress for Valen.
Yep.
Super, super fun. Huge
Yep.
thanks to Natasha for coming out. She had a great time.
She only murdered 2 or 3 people that night. It was, she's a totally
It's
different
really
person.
funny because she's such a lovely person, and Valen is so creepy and not lovely.
Yeah.
It was kind of really weird to hang out with her, especially when she would do some lines from the game. You're like, oh.
It was eerie. Like, she goes to a
was
dark place for Valen.
We've got the photo there, but I just want to call out loud that someone actually cosplayed HK-47, which is the first time I've ever seen that. It was so cool.
That was really cool.
And if anyone wants to see any of the crazy photos, they're all on our Facebook page. So you can check those, and I'll link those in the wrap up as well. All right. So one of the things we did do at Celebration that we probably want to talk about just a little bit.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Oh, right. Would you want to talk a little bit about Knights of the Eternal Throne?
Yeah, so that is our new expansion that is coming later this year. I don't think
In the
we
fall?
get any-
We've
in
said
the
in the fall.
In the
We've said
fall.
in
All
the
right.
fall.
I get to be a little more detailed.
We've said the words fall.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's coming this fall.
Or I just said the words fall, but
Yeah,
fall's,
it's
fall,
happening.
fall
It's
has
out there
now been
now.
said.
So excited for this. It's going to be a really, really cool story. So much huge stuff is going to happen. They got to stop me before I go too far.
That's about enough.
We've got this really cool artwork. Can't say too much about it. You'll know where it goes when you see it.
But we did. Well, you say we wanted to have a little.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
we're curious. We are obviously not going to answer this question or indicate an answer, but we're just curious. Who do you think is in
This image.
the art?
Yeah.
Who is that?
We've seen some really cool theories and discussion on that. So
Yeah, that's
So what do we're going to pick someone who we think has an answer we find entertaining.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it
We'll
true
pick our
or
favorites.
false.
Yeah.
And we're going to give something away?
Yeah, we can
what
do
are we
that.
going to give away?
How
Do we have
about,
something?
How about they could pick one of the items that we gave away before?
Okay,
Who
that
doesn't
sounds
want ISO Fiver? By the way, I'm
Second
gonna,
chance.
I'm going to say that all day now, forever.
Forever. That's a long amount of
Yeah.
time, but I get
There's clearly some Kefis. I think
I saw Snoke on there.
Oh.
Good guess. Good guess.
that would be very, very interesting.
Batman is obviously not true. Batman has ears that stick up from the top. Come on.
Charles, do you want to? I feel like you should be the
so-
one that picks.
so-
Well, you guys scan that, and I'll talk
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
more about some stuff.
Go
So,
for it.
the thing to remember, I know everyone's desperate for information about Knights of the Eternal Throne. We want to share information with you guys. The big time to share information will be at New York Comic Con, and we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do there. But we will have an event there that will be for you guys a cantina that you can come to, and during that event, we will do the full announcement of Knights of the Eternal Throne, and we'll start talking in a lot more detail about what is going to be part of that expansion. I think that's the real date to pencil in your calendars. It's going to come up real fast.
Yep.
And then between kind of now and Eternal Throne going live, once we start sharing information, we'll be doing streams with the three of us, and we'll kind of share some like broad messaging out to the wild, and then get with you guys and share more details, with our kind of loyal core of subscribers, to kind of talk through the specifics of what each of those things really mean to you guys and get into the nitty gritty. So as soon as October 5 rolls around, we'll start talking a lot more about everything. So stay tuned for that.
Yep, and at some point, hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll announce more specifics on exactly where and when we'll be at New York Comic Con. We know it'll be early in Comic Con, but we're just not sure the exact date. It will likely be the 5th or the 6th, but we're not sure exact date, location, and all that stuff. We'll make sure to give you guys all that information as well.
So, did we find a cool answer?
Yes, I saw. I think at least 2 people give what is. Let's be honest, it is the actual true answer. That's Kai Zeiken.
I was going to say, it's going to be Kai Zeiken.
Of course, it's coming back. I did actually. I will message the name to Keith because I did actually see the.
I saw 2.
I saw the first person that said it, and we'll make sure. And their name was Goog Heavy. We'll make sure to message you, or you can message us, and we will get you.
So what if the sorry?
No, go ahead. That's it. I'm done. I'm done.
He's really. He wants to really talk about Kai Zeiken here.
Well, I was like, let's just say we did an expansion around Kai Zeiken. What would you call it?
Eric Musco's favorite thing on earth.
Like, can it start with Knights of the something? Like, what would you call that?
All I'm doing is going through really bad acronyms in my head that I probably shouldn't say.
Knights of the slow-moving log or something?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Kais of the Fallen Zeiken.
Oh, there we go. That's why you
Kais of
do
the Fallen
creative
Zeiken.
things.
We got a writer.
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue on. We'll continue on. So this image is from something that I'll get to in a second, but let's go through some of the events and promotions that we have coming throughout the rest of the year. Again, we're going to be hosting a cantina at New York Comic Con. Obviously, as Ben said, if you're looking for Knights of the Eternal Throne information, that's where you'll want to definitely mark that on your calendar because that's when the dump truck of info is going to come your way. The 5th week of every month. So for those that don't know, depending on how long you've been playing or how long you've been following us, this year is our 5-year anniversary.
Oh. It says it on the back.
Do I have to do it? To turn around again?
Just turn the shirt around on your
Oh,
body.
is that what I should do? Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, wear it backwards.
Live on stream.
Yeah. So December of this year will mark our 5th-year anniversary. So in honor of that, the week of the 5th of every month is going to be something special for us. You know, a part of it is going to be we're going to do big cartel market sales each of those weeks on specific items. I believe is what we're doing. Plus, we do giveaways on social those week and stuff. So definitely pay attention the week of the 5th of every month in honor of our 5-year anniversary. So this is an interesting thing that has come up a couple times over the past few months that we just wanted to talk about a little bit because I don't know that people necessarily realize it. So when you boot up our game and you are in our launcher, we actually have a really smart launcher. And one of the things that we do in our launcher fairly often is we will give promotions to you. And it may be you but not you or your friend but neither of you. So what you should always do every time you log into the game is look at your launcher. You may have something that's just like, hey, log in and play and you get bonus cartel coins or something like that. So always pay attention to your launcher. The real easy way to know if you are eligible for one of those promotions is boot up your launcher and look. If there's a promotion there, you are eligible. If you don't see a promotion there, look again tomorrow because you never know when one might come. So just make sure to always check your launcher because there's some cool stuff that we do for you guys that you may not even realize is there. So keep your eyes open for it. And the 5-year anniversary collage. So it's what the image in the background is, and I'll link to this page. Basically what we're doing is you can send images that look just like the one that's in the background right now, and actually I'll go to this so you can see some examples. You send an image just like this to us, and we're gonna take a bunch of these images and we're gonna put them together into a bigger image that we'll show you guys later in the year. Just something to show how cool some of your characters are, some of the cool places in the game, things that you guys have done, and put them together into one big image in honor of our 5-year anniversary.
I just want to point out that making your character kind of look like Musco may or may not get you.
I was just going to say, I obviously would pick Eric Musco top left as my favorite character.
Here's my favorite thing. I swear, genuinely, I had nothing to do with picking these 4 images. I asked someone on the marketing team, like, hey, send me some of the images. And I saw that. I was like, that looks like me. This is pretty good.
That's actually your in-game character.
It's what it is,
we know that. We know that's true.
I'm just sliding it across the table like, I'm just going to put this one up later.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if you haven't, definitely take a picture of a bunch of your characters and just send them in because we're going to put it together into a really cool collage later in the year. So very cool.
Ooh,
the man.
my favorite.
I guess not
topic
the
of
man. The droid. I've already messed this up. I'm going to stop talking.
Yeah. So bonus chapter, Shroud of Memory, where you get to play as HK55. This is our special gift for all the players who stayed subscribed through all the chapters after the initial 9, from like January to August. This is, I'm accused of talking things up a bit too much sometimes, but this is one of my favorite things we have ever done. I've been on this project a really long time, and I am No bullshit. This thing is amazing.
It's really
it is so
fun
cool.
to have that mood shift, you know, like when you play as the Outlander, everything's been so serious. You're out there trying to save the galaxy, defeat this evil family, and then we get to play a fun-filled episode as HK that's super fun and entertaining, and it's a nice pacing shift.
Yeah, there is something that happens in this chapter. Like, there are multiple times when I played this chapter that I just lost control laughing, but there's one specific scene that happens where I literally like let go of everything and was away. And for anyone that knows me personally, when I go into like hysterical laughter, I don't make any noise. I just shake and cry. And I was laughing that hard. It is seriously the funniest thing. Certainly the funniest thing, hardest I've ever laughed in our game, but maybe in any video game I've ever played. It is so funny. I can't even. I thought that's what we were going to show today, and I'm glad we're not, so that you guys can see it in the actual chapter.
But yeah, so it's a ton of fun. You get to play as HK. You get totally different abilities than you're used to, new stuff and new experiences, and a really kind of crazy and amazing experience that I promise you won't see coming.
And you get to play as HK, which is something completely new that we've never done.
Yeah, plays a different character.
This is some new tech that we brought on for this that we're going to get to do some cool stuff.
So what is the high level gist of the plot?
Yeah, so we without giving away too much, HK has been captured by everyone's favorite freelance spy master / terrorist / gun for hire / information broker, the Shroud, and taken to his secret fortress on an undisclosed planet. So it's going to be up to you as HK to escape and save the day. Foil the Shroud's plot against his master, the Outlander.
Yep.
Also, you get to meet and recruit a new droid companion, Zeo Ohm, aka Zoom. You're going to see a little bit of
amazing.
You're going to see a little bit of her here in a second when we show our little clip. Zoom is. You know what? I'm not going to tell you. Zoom has certain capabilities which are somewhat related to things around the Shroud you may have experienced in the past. I'll say no more than that.
I love it.
She's a lot of fun.
It's pretty good.
And we have a new alliance alert.
Yes, Bonds of Duty. This one is focused on Rusk. You're going to team up with him, clean up the mean streets in Nar Shaddaa, get out there and bust some heads. You also may encounter another infamous companion as part of this story, one that you may or may not want to brutally murder if you have ever played our game at any point. I'm not going to say who it is, but I bet most of you can guess.
I'm waiting 20 seconds from now when chat catches up. Also, as a note, I don't know if we mentioned it on the last slide, the HK chapter and the new Alliance alert coming September 7th.
Yes.
Oh, right. We hadn't announced that.
Yep. So that is a new. So as you guys know, you can mark it as a little bit less than a month from now. It'll be coming. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, there will be a debate on who.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing.
I'm interested in who people think it is.
Yeah. So this will be very interesting. But,
yeah.
Yep.
There are some suggestions in there that I actually now wish were true. Now that I see them.
Yeah. Oh, I can see the debate on this. This will be fun.
So we're gonna say that someone got it right.
Yes, correct. Someone in chat
we'll reveal
has
that much.
guessed
Someone
correctly.
got it right.
And it is this one is not Kaizyken because no one wants to kill Kaizyken. Confirmed.
All right. So, recap. Why don't you take us through this, Eric?
Sure. So, again, Chapter 16, The Battle of Odessen, is now live for all subscribers. This is it, right?
Yep.
This is
conclusion of one expansion with the next expansion right around the corner.
Set it for the next. So no spoilers, but you should definitely go check it out. The Battler pack is now live. We didn't mention that before, but you saw some of the new items like ISO Fiver and the Macron mount, along with the new pack opening. The Gus recruitment mission. He has finally stopped conning us, and he is
what a con.
He's such a slacker. It's hard to get him to get to
Yep.
work, but we got him there.
Yep. So he is finally back. Coming on September 7th, the bonus chapter, Shroud of Memory, which is the HK chapter, is coming on September 7th for all eligible subscribers. I'll link to that page so you can remember what exactly it means to be eligible. But the short form is have been a subscriber since Coffee launched through Chapter 16 is basically the short version, which will also come with a Rusk Alliance recruitment mission and another companion you may want to murder, as Charles stated. This year again will be our 5-year anniversary, so we have some promotions and stuff going on. 5th week of every month we have some sales and some other promotions.
Yep.
Plus the collage, the big one. I know a lot of people are looking for. Tell me about Kotet.
Yep, and I know you guys want to know about it, and we want to tell you about it as soon as we can. It's just, we've got a plan in place, and it's going to be awesome.
Yep, so pay attention for dates for New York Comic Con. And last but not least, as soon as I get back to my desk and type these words up, all of this will be in a forum wrap-up for those who came in late or are for looking for links, or those that aren't watching that may watch this later. There'll be a forum wrap-up of all of that.
Cool.
That's it.
All right.
Well, it's not really because we have a little teaser clip.
We
at the
do.
end.
Yeah.
We do. We have one. So we will say our adieus, and then as soon as we hit the next button, it will go to a small teaser clip from the HK channel.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving us your thoughts on everything.
Yeah.
We're always excited to see what y'all think.
Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot one of the notes in the wrap up too, by the way, because
Oh.
I forgot it. See, I messed something up. I took to the last slide, but I messed it up. Season 7 of Ranked PvP, ending with Cotet, which is in the fall. No exact date yet. Tier 1 will be a creature mount. Tier 2 is a color crystal. Plus, you'll get decorations and trophies for all of that. We will have screenshots and all the detailed breakdown sometime between now and September.
Oh, the other thing, there was a question I forgot to answer, but when will the Dark vs. Light event end?
Oh, sure.
And our answer to that is right before Eternal Throne goes live. Like,
Correct.
it's probably going to be like 2 weeks because we've got to decide the winners of Light vs. Dark and get those rewards
Yep.
sorted out. And so we'll give you that information, but generally it's 1 or 2 weeks before.
Yep.
And we can confirm that later, but just as a guideline to you guys, that's loose.
So you still got some time.
Yeah, so for those still working through the Dark First Light event, you still got to the fall, so you'll be good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Sweet.
Thank you guys
Well,
for
thank you
tuning
guys
in.
very
Yeah,
much for
thank you
tuning
so
in.
much.
Yep.
We'll leave you with some sweet, sweet comedy.
Here we go.
Greetings! Greetings! Who are you, and what have you done to earn jail time?
She is an exarch of Zakul, an enhanced warrior prone to zealotry, oppression, and self-righteousness.
If you had a tongue, I would tear it out for your insolence.
Strong words from a meat bag in a box.